Hi, this is Ruthie from Ruthies Notions. I would like to give you a tour of our awesome new classroom. This just didn't start overnight. It happened about 30 years ago. I started selling the first little recar machine from my little sewing room in our house. And then all of a sudden, Tacony Corporation, BabyLock, bought out Recar, and I was on my way. My first year selling, if I sold 48,500, I won a trip to Hawaii for me and my husband. And guess what? I didn't sell 48.5, I sold 55,000 my first year out of my single car garage in Baker, Florida. Can you stand it? And then after that, several years later, we bought the little house across the street, and the Lord gave me a vision of a Crackle Barrel. Well, it was several years, and people would laugh and make fun of me. And then my son said, Mama, I seen it. And him and my little grandchildren at the time, Cody was about that high and Sarah that high, they helped build that building, and I had a 1,200 square foot classroom out of this world awesome. And we just moved into our new building that I'm standing in, my gorgeous new classroom that's over 1,600 square feet. And the whole new building is 9,000 square feet. Can you stand it? The other day I did a video of showing you the front part of this store and walking in the front door. This is our awesome classroom. If you'll just look around the walls, I want to show you some awesome pieces that I have. On this wall, I have cross stitching. This is some that some of my customers did, and some people did this, like Becky J did this. These two, they're absolutely awesome because they were all done on an embroidery machine, not hand done. They were all sewn on embroidery machines. Now on this wall over here, I have one of my favorite pieces from OESED called Starry Night with Santa Claus and his reindeer overlooking a town, and there's a beautiful star. And Shirley has not one 10 needle, but 2 10 needles. And she had it running, and she took it into Embroidery software, made it as big as she could get it, and there are tiles. Each one is put together like a puzzle. And she used Robert Kaufman gorgeous sparkle linen, and this thing is a work of art. Now the one beside it, I fell in love with this when I saw it when it was gray and white. Shirley made this for my birthday. Aren't I blessed to have Shirley for a friend? And she used teal silk dupioni for the background instead of black. And she made it as big as she could using 2 10 needles to get it stitched out. You're talking hours. This isn't like zap done. This is like art. And when I was a little girl, I used to love to color at my grandmother's house, stay in the colors, and I've always loved art. I made A's in art, and I've made A's in PE too. Sorry, my voice is a little crackly. And this is art. It's just not buying a machine. And people come in here and say, I just have a $100 machine, or I paid for $25 for one at a yard sale. They have no clue. Yeah, you could go down the river on a little wooden boat, or you could go down the river on a loaded boat. I'd rather go on the loaded boat, hadn't you? Unless I felt like rowing a lot. This is a gorgeous piece she made with silk dupioni. This is a quilt that Shirley designed and made with daisy designs. Here's daisies, daisies everywhere, because she knows daisies is like my love sign from the Lord. And the workmanship in it is just gorgeous. Don't you just love it? Now this one right here is Santa Claus. That's one of the first Anita Good designs I ever did. And that is just so sweet. When I was a little girl in grade school, I used to love to draw Santa Claus that looked like that. This is another piece. These are our products that we sell when we have classes. We have all kind of different hoops available for the 10 needle. We even have this Durkee guide here that lets you get every hoop just right when you're hooping shirts. But this was done with King Star metallics. The metallics are absolutely gorgeous. They don't break. Your machine just sews awesome with them. That's a smaller version of Starry Night. This one is absolutely awesome because Andy took her brand new Solaris, or you could do it on a Luminaire with the projector, and use the projector to line it up and did not put the first tile in it. Isn't that incredible? Look how gorgeous. All this is thread. And what I love about OESED is they give you a box of thread that matches what you use for every color in that. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. Now, I started out selling machines out of our bedroom at the house. Can you believe that? And I had one little recar Serger, and people would come in and I sold a few, and then my husband had a heart attack and had to have quadruple bypass surgery a few years, and he closed in my single car garage. I worked out of that about 10 years. Can you stand it? That's little Bristol. He's running around the store having a good time. Thought he saw something. And I started, you know, just selling out of our little bedroom and then out of my single car garage. And then I started selling machines right out of my single car garage. Can you believe it? And look what God's done. I have this gorgeous classroom where people are coming from all over the United States. When we had our last Anita Good Design event, the 1st of December, there was over right at 300 people here. No, it was in January. The one in December was the quilt guilds. We had over 100 people for the quilt guilds. One quilt guild didn't rent buses. They just come on cars, and they had 31 people and filled up half this classroom. The Anita Good Design, we had 70 people a day for 4 days. We did a beautiful lecture demo. We had everybody an incredible Christmas dinner every day. I mean, ham and turkey and the works. And we had some of the best teachers like Barbara Jones from Brother. Oh my gosh, that woman's on it now. She showed people that brand new Luminaire and Dolores, the Luminaire. She took this piece I have. Let's walk back out here just a minute, y'all. Just follow me. And I'm going to show you what she did. I said, Barbara, can you please do this for me? I don't know what to do with it. We're going to go look at it right now. And I'm going into the big showroom. Look how big this showroom is. Is it gorgeous? We have all the machines set up on gorgeous koalas. We have a place when we have classes and people are selling their merchandise. And this is what Barbara did. This is one Shirley did. This is one of, so Dream Big.
Dream Big, yeah.
Yep. And then this, somebody in South Africa, Stitch Delight, created these designs. And Shirley put it in this. She used this gorgeous
Love that.
back in soft pastels and did variegated thread. And then she used the Serger, the Triumph, to finish that wave. Don't you love how she did that edge? You can do that on quilts. It's fantastic. Now to get back to Barbara Jones from Brother, I love Barbara Jones. She's going to be coming here for several classes. Don't miss it because we're going to do a hands-on. We had one scheduled. We had to postpone it because of what's going on right now. And this is what she did. She took this, I didn't know what to do with it, and she took this big hoop here from Dime. It's called the Monster Snap Hoop. If I'm not careful, I'll catch my finger. See? Woo, that's tough. And you keep hooping and moving it, hooping and moving it. We still lack those sections. And this hoop is not a baby hoop. It's 10.5 by 16, bigger than any other hoop that I know of out there. And look how gorgeous it did. Look at these gorgeous, she used this gorgeous variegated thread. Just a minute. Barbara took this gorgeous variegated thread, and here's like she put tiny little yellow here so it would stand out in the background, and then this would pop. And she's just an artist, and the people love Barbara. When she was doing this, they stayed an extra hour that day. And the last day, we did every day we had to do about an hour extra so Barbara could show them how to do this on this wonderful Brother Luminaire. Look at this gorgeous machine. She sat right here and did it. This machine does your favorite Mickey. Is that incredible? And wait till you look over here on this table just for a minute. We have this box of thread with all the matching colors. Look at here.
We did a big Winnie the Pooh. Is that so cute? My granddaughter, Annalise, just loves these. Look at Minnie. Isn't she so cute? And we're going to make a wall hanging with all of these. And this is a brand new feature that you can take yarn and you can do couching, and it couches for you. Lori Hernandez did these. She did the IQ in here. Then she came in with the thread, and look at this one. I love that yarn. And see how beautiful it is on the back even? And then you can put this together in a beautiful quilt. And this just looks like a butterfly. And you should see the jackets, people, that you can do with this. And all done on this fantastic Brother Luminaire in this gorgeous koala cabinet. And on this machine, you have so many incredible features on this machine. You just touch this big, beautiful screen. You have sewing. You say, okay. And you have all these fantastic stitches. You can even put a little grid here so you can see how you're sewing. You can go up here to that little house. You can go to the Disney part that I love. Say, okay.
And there's all the Disney. Look at there. And you can just change it and get more Disneys. Look at those. There they are kissing. I can make it bigger so you can see it. Is that so cute? And then I can go back and get more designs. And there's some beautiful, gorgeous designs in here. I mean, there's this big, beautiful butterfly. There he is. Look at that butterfly. And when that thing's sewed out, it is absolutely gorgeous. This bird, nope, yeah. And here's a gorgeous, we sewed this out. That thing is magnificent sewed out. But you have so many different designs. And with the upgrade that they just came out with, you have a 10 5/8 by 10 5/8 hoop. You have this incredible Luminaire workbook. And in the little cover here, it has a little thing that you can, has all kind of videos, and that's that design that we did, that you get the pattern, and at each number, you put that design. And then this book, it's one of the best books out there for teaching you how to use your book and all kind of things that you can do with it. Over there, we have the BabyLock Solaris, which is an awesome machine. Right now, we're doing this gorgeous roses on this
We're
Serger.
going to be making a quilt with it. I'll have to show it to you when I finish it.
And look at the roses that's going to go with it.
Yep.
And just put all the different fabrics together and just create something gorgeous. Look at this cute little unicorn they sewed.
Bristol is getting a new blanket.
Yeah, she'll love it. And this is one that Kathy Stocks made several years ago, using all the different fills, and made this table runner and used her serger, like the Triumph serger, to put the binding in, and then did the wave all around it.
It's pretty.
That's why we love Ruthies, because we do exciting classes with the best teachers in the industry from all over the world. For years now, we've been offering classes in our little shop right down the road from my new shop. And people come in carloads. People come from everywhere. But when you buy a machine from Ruthies, we really help you. We teach you how to use it. We do one-on-one classes. We bring in hands-on classes where you do projects. We just don't want you to come in and sew on this new machine and buy one. We'd love for you to buy one, but we want to take care of you after you buy it, so you know how to use it. You can make beautiful things for your family. You can learn how to do an incredible business. There's so many possibilities. And you would not believe all the customers who've come to our stores since we started and are doing incredible businesses. Not too long ago, this young man called and he came up all the way from Key West. He bought a brand new BabyLock Valiant. And not too long after that, he needed another one. He bought another one. He came back in less than a year and bought 2 more. He was up to 4. He came back not too long ago with all 4
September,
of them
I
for
think.
David and Sarah, my technicians, to service them. And guess what? He went home with 2 more. So he has 6. He had a job in special ed, and he took a year off, and he did so well, he's doing this full time now. I mean, there's so many possibilities. You can work right out of your house. If you grow bigger than your house can handle, you can get you a building, or you can just stay in your house and add to your house. But I've worked right here. We've grown right here where I live. I started in my little single car garage, first my bedroom, then our little single car garage, then the house across the street, then we built onto my house a little bit, and now we have built this 9,000 square foot building right on the corner where I live, out in the country in the middle of nowhere. And would you believe it? We're #1 out of 600 dealers for years with BabyLock. We're an award-winning dealer from the first year I started. Let me walk down this hall and show you what I'm talking about. Besides, if you look right there where that pretty clock is, I have 2 awards from Brother. My first year selling, I got a beautiful award. And then last year, I made the $1 Million Plus Club, and we won the trip to New Zealand and Australia, and I let David and his wife Kim take it. Now look at here. That's a picture that Barbara did of Jesus in photo stitch, one of Akiana's pictures, and we did it in stitches. Isn't that magnificent? And here's from way back in 91, Dealer of the Year 1990, all the way up, 99, 2002, 2004, 2006, 2010. There's a picture of me and David and his wife Kim and Christy Taccone and Steve Jeffries. There's a picture of Mr. Taccone himself and Kim and my son David and Steve Jeffries in 11. And this was one of my favorite ones. I had Sarah and me and David, and there's Andy Touche and Steve Jeffries and Christy. Last year we were in top 10s for the United States. We had the best time at BabyLock Tech. This is 2011. This one was a lot of fun when I went to that. There's Mr. Taccone and David and me and my friend Terry and her daughter and Sarah and a friend, and there's Steve Jeffries. And then here all the way to 2018, and we're still top sales. I have a feeling for 2019. Can you stand it? All here in Baker, Florida, out in the middle of nowhere. Now, if you walk with me just a little bit, look at this big kitchen we have to feed people. Wait till you see the kitchen.
Bee,
It's
come here.
beautiful. That's little Bee running
Bristol,
around.
come here.
Bristol. I'm so sweet.
Get
Yeah.
out of the stuff.
She is the cutest little puppy you ever saw. And in this door, we open this door. It takes you back to the classroom, but look in here at my pretty kitchen. Don't you love the kitchen? I just thought you'd be amazed at how awesome God has blessed us with this beautiful place to have classes. And then you come in the classroom
Come on, B.
and look at all these beautiful things on this wall. We have beautiful designs and quilts and works of art everywhere. This one lady named Edna Brown made, she put 95 hours in that Anita Good Design event. The quilt. See the little butterflies? I won a trip to Japan, me and Willie D did, and it was cherry blossom time. It was so beautiful. I think it was one of the most precious trips we ever had. Hoop Tech was just here and left this for us, and we learned how to do hats with this Gen 2. You can make a fortune with this, and doing these on your 10 needle like this right here. And we sell more probably 10 needles than anybody in the United States. People are buying these to do businesses, and now is the best time ever. When you're at home, you can do things at home in the middle of the night if you need to sew. You always can use extra money. It's something that the whole family can get involved in. My granddaughter's teaching for me now. Ash is teaching for me. Look at this gorgeous towel they made. It says, with God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. And this is beautiful. This is done with a brand new polystar thread that we sell.
B, come here.
Look at that. This is done with polystar. It says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And look at the turtle doves. Isn't that gorgeous? And we sell this thread. If you want some, we sell the whole kit. All 54 colors. It's absolutely gorgeous. We have an awesome deal. If you want some, just call us. And this is a jacket that we did with the Brothers Scan and Cut. The brand new Disney. That is awesome. This is all rhinestones. And we just had a class with Shirley this week. She did an outstanding job. And the other day, Sarah and them did one yesterday. They made all these projects. They bring their scan and cuts in. Everybody made 3 projects. The other day, Ashton and Sarah did a class on the 10 needles. Everybody had a hat. Everybody had a t-shirt and a little purse, and they all wore it to class the next day. And this is one Shirley did. That's incredible. She won 2nd place at the Peanut Festival. Let's see. It's somewhere.
The ribbon.
Yeah, there it is. See her ribbon? She won 2nd place. And she took this awesome product called Hot Fix Adhesive. This is Hot Fix Adhesive. I love it. We sell it at Ruthies too, by the yard. I like the 10-yard piece because you'll go through some of this stuff. You iron it on. This is like batiks. She ironed it on batiks, put it in her Disney Scan and cut these designs out, iron them on there, and then put the quilt together and quilt it on her quilt machine and won 2nd place. And you can wash this 50 times. They won't ravel or come off. And you can do raw edge applique. You can do appliques for children. This is one of the best products out there. This is a gorgeous butterfly Sarah did in class the other day, using the IQ and that beautiful butterfly on the BabyLock Solaris.
It's really pretty.
We have a TV, 2 TVs, 75. I do my 10-minute t-shirt on this Triumph Serger. It's the easiest serger you ever used in your life. You just push this little button down. We'll walk around the other side. One of my customers, Linda Monty, made this for my Jesus Always book. I love it. She embroidered that picture of Jesus from Anita Good Design of it. Now me and Ash will walk back here and look at this, what the Scan and Cut did. Look at that. There's Olaf. Annie, my granddaughter, loves that. Her and Sarah made this. And this is foiling you can do with the Scan and Cut. Here's some placemats they made in class. Look at these rhinestones that you can put on stuff. And look at this. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. We have a bag of feet for it with 29 different feet. You say, what would I do with all those feet now? Now this one has where you do your knits, like I have a little shirt on, where you can get it exactly like you want it. It has binding to make incredible t-shirts. It has all kind of belt loop binders. There's the 3 different binders to put different widths on what you have. And then we have classes. You think, oh my gosh, look at all them feet. But we have classes. And then BabyLock put this awesome book in here that teaches you how to use every one. And then when you use this one, let me just show you. We're ready to roll. Let's try it. Let me see, I need one more spool of, let's just say, okay. Now we're gonna just rethread this serger for a 4 thread. I have my 2 needles in. Now I have 1 needle, so let's just do a 3 thread wave. Let's say upper looper, lower looper, needle. Okay, so what you do is you push this button down to threading. You turn it till the knob locks. Then you come back here and you get this pink thread and it says UL for upper looper. All this stuff for the serger is in green. All this stuff for the gold is for the chain looper. So you listen for the click. I like to pull the thread down past my knee to about here. And then you're going to put this thread right in here. You got to get about 1 inch down in that little hole for it to work. And guess what you do? Push that button, and there it is. It's threaded. Do you love it or what? I just love it. There's a little thread back there. Let's just dust that off. Now let's take this. That's the blue. That's the pink. Okay, here's the blue. This is some of the most gorgeous decor thread you ever saw. It's thick and just gorgeous, and you do beautiful roll hem and just wave stitch, all kind of gorgeous stitches with it. There. You have to have the presser foot up. When you put the presser foot down, it locks the tensions. Now I'm going to pull it all the way down here, and I'm going to thread my upper looper now. And you just put about just 1 inch of thread in there, and there it is threaded. Can you stand it? I love it. Now I'm going to take this white thread that I put over here. I'm going to need some pieces to sew, and I don't see any. Who knows? We'll find some in a minute. We're using the needle 1, chain needle, overlock needle. There's needle 1. Okay, there we go. Put it right there. And you're going to love how, then put the presser foot down, and then just bring this down. And I like to trim my thread just a touch. And just stick this up there to it, push the button. And it threads the needle. Can you stand it? So I'm going to unlock it. This is on regular. This is on BA. This is going to be, we've been sewing on this machine. We got dust everywhere. It's better to have a dirty stall with horses in it than an empty stall with no horses in it. So we've been doing some classes on this serger. I'm going to put it on 1 right there. I'm going to give it some gas. Now, if I had a piece of fabric, just give me a second. Whoop, I'll get me a piece. This is a gorgeous sea turtle that Sarah did the other day for a class. Isn't that gorgeous? She used one of the IQ designs, the quilting designs, and then sewed the turtle. I think that's how it goes. There he is. There's his little face. Is that gorgeous or what? I love her choice of colors. So let's just do this. I'm going to open it up and do it. Okay, now that's, I'm going to show you to go. I'm going to go now to a little wider. And then I'm going to put it on C. I'm going to turn this to roll hem, like a narrow roll hem. And then I'm going to turn it down to D, and it's going to like cause that thread to turn the edge and just do a beautiful roll hem edge. Now looky here, there's the front, there's the back. Does that look like a piece of gorgeous ribbon? This is where sometimes you want just a narrow, tiny one where you'd have pink on one side, blue, and then this one turn the blue all the way over the edge. Now if you want to go back to sewing, just put it back on there, put it between 2 and 3, and away you can go. If you want to gather with this machine, you just put that all the way up to 2, put this on the 4, and it gathers. Is that fantastic or what? Can you just imagine all the beautiful things that you can do? When we bring in teachers like Lori Hernandez, Joan Clemens, some of the Barbara from Brother Barbara Jones, Colleen Sweatman's going to be back. We're looking forward to having Heather Banks from Brother. We have Ashton and Sarah. They love this. They said, Mimi, Sarah told me, People don't know how to take their skin cut out of the box. They need to take it out of the box and have fun with it. So that's what we've been doing. The first class we did, we had 21 people. They made 3 projects. The last project was an apron with Kiss the Cook and lipstick all over it. And we took a picture of everyone around the Christmas tree. They absolutely loved it. And some lady come in and saw all them 22 people having a blast. And she could never imagine spending what she did, but she bought the work. She bought a brand new Brother Luminaire. She bought everything. And then she had so much fun learning how to use it. We have so many people, like you would not imagine, all the people that come here through the years that have been incredible. I'm going to put this back right here. I'm going to rethread this now. Watch what I do with this. You're going to love this. Thank you. Everybody would say, hold your breath. I'm cutting all the threads. Raise the presser foot, put it there, throw your threads on the floor, and just put it in lock position again. Then I'm going to start all over again, and I'm going to thread my pink thread and the lower looper. Pull it all the way down to my knee. We're just showing you how to have fun with the serger and not be afraid of it, and all the things you can do with it is endless. You can do 87 different combinations with this serger. Push the button. There it is. It's threaded. I like it to right about there. Now I'm ready for this one, and we're going to skip that one because we're doing a wave stitch this time. I'm going to flip that button up to wave, put it through here, pull it down to there. And this thread comes in probably 25, 30 colors, and you can mix and match it. I call it my serger paint because, I mean, you can do gorgeous stuff with it. There it is. Now I'm going to thread the needle. It's going in the needle 1 position. Just follow the little places. Put the presser foot down so it'll go. And then I'm going to, like this, trim it just a little bit. Push the button. There it is, it's threaded. And then take this thread, after you do that, just wrap it around that little bar like that. And we're all ready to do the wave stitch. Now, differential feed, let's take the thread and back up. It's on normal, put this like right here. Put the presser foot down. And we're doing a wave. Wait till you see this. You're going to love, love, love it. Look at that beautiful stitch. See how pretty it is? Isn't that just beautiful? Now, if you want a tiny one, you just put it here. Put this to C. And you got a tiny one. And if you want to go back to big, put it on B. Back to 1. And this serger goes around curves like a dream. Look how pretty that is. The other side. And you can just do so many things with this serger. I don't know if another serger in the world can touch the quality of this one. I just love it. It's absolutely excellent. I hope that one day soon you'll make a trip to Ruthies in Baker, Florida and experience Ruthies for yourself. We even have cows out in the pasture. We have about 70 acres almost on this side. And my husband and my grandson said, Papa, we need some cows. Next thing I know, we started out with 2 cows. Now we got 50. Had never been to another sewing shop anywhere in the world like Ruthies. You don't want to miss the fun. So come and visit us. Some people stop just to see all the heavy equipment in the backyard. My son and my granddaughter was out there on the bulldozer, and everybody's out there helping build this building for the Lord. And he blessed us with this building. He showed it to my friend Shirley Birch coming down out of heaven in a golden mist and all these sparkles. And we love to read Sarah Young's books before we start our classes. And we have prayer. And it really ministers and touches people's lives. And that's what it's all about, is helping people and sharing God's love and being a blessing to one another. And that's what I hope Ruthies will always be, a blessing to y'all and to everyone that comes through those doors. In the front door, my son wanted a cross in the front door, and it is absolutely beautiful. So hope to see you come visit us real soon. We'd love to have you. And just come experience Ruthies for yourself. Bye, and take care.